So where was I rambling? As if that lot will be downloaded. So in order to be accepted, yes, Michael, when he reached the age of kind of puberty and into his teens and what have you, right, he took advantage of what Hollywood offered. Yes? Now Hollywood offered the dream of the body perfect, yeah? The cult of the perfect body. Now, people that go on about Michael changing his bone structure, his nose and his lips, and yeah, fair enough, yeah, he did that because he had an identity crisis in the sense that he wanted to be accepted by the wider world, the wider white world, and felt that he wouldn't fit into that ideal of aquiline nose, thin lips, straight hair, and what have you. And so he did what thousands of women, maybe millions worldwide, do. They take advantage of cosmetic surgery. Yeah. All these Hollywood stars, you know, from Bo Derek to whoever, I don't know, Bo, if you didn't have it, well, sorry, or Lonnie Anderson, or even Farrell. You have your teeth straightened. You have your crow's feet done away with. You have your forehead lowered or raised or chin tucked, yeah? You have breast implants, yeah? How many women on this planet, both in Hollywood and everywhere else, have had some form of cosmetic surgery, liposuction, yeah? So Michael just thought, well, Hollywood, the cosmetic surgery industry can offer me, you know, the chance to dream. It's like some kind of Blade Runner thing. Be the inner you. Don't put up with this. You can be whatever you want to be. Transcend those ugly features and become, you know, like a god. So, Michael, yeah. How are we getting there, folks? It's not easy doing this in the bath. When you're going to drop the phone. Anyway, so Michael took advantage of the Hollywood dream, cosmetic surgery dream, and began altering himself. Right? But as I said, remember, he grew up in the 60s, yes, when America was still polarized, when you still had Klansmen down south, when you still had, you know, busing and colored-only exit rooms and entrance rooms and all that kind of stuff. You know, America polarized. And as I said, as a child, at the age of 5, he was flung into one of the hardest businesses there is, show business, where you are made to do the schedule of an adult, and you're surrounded by adults, continually pushing you this way, or pushing you that way, or cajoling you this way, or manipulating you that. Yeah? So Michael was, his whole perception of behavior was encouraged and nurtured and changed and developed and cajoled and schooled by adults as a child. So when people suddenly turn and think, oh, well, he's behaving strangely as an adult, well, that's because his whole fucking life was one big strange behavioral modification program. Yeah? Get a 5-year-old to act like a young man, like he's James Brown, and then send him on world tour on, you know, this city, that city, with thousands of people, adults screaming after him, doing TV shows, and now I'm repeating myself. But anyway, so he's sent around the world in an adult world, basically exploited. Not all his, you know, everyone else's fault, because as a child he must have wanted to do it. So yeah. But anyway, you see what I'm saying, folks? Being in that world, having that much world focus put on you, and makes you then look at yourself, your career then becomes everything, and being accepted becomes everything. And as I said, he came from an America where black was seen as ugly. The ideal was to be white. So Michael, in order to keep his career, or keep his fame that he'd become used to, because as I said, when he got to puberty, suddenly he started noticing, hey, look, I'm not as popular as I was as the cutesy little funky kid. Yeah? Now people are seeing, or I think that people are seeing my big nose, and I think that people are looking at my frizzy hair, and I think people are looking at my big lips. Therefore, how can I still, show them that I'm as wonderful as I am? And that's why then, as I said, I had to have the whole cosmetic surgery bit done. Right? And then as I was trying to tell you, because he was treated as an adult, as a child, then obviously later on, then he's going to kind of reverse. When he is an adult, he's going to be behaving like a child. Yeah? So, I think that's just about covered it. Michael Jackson grows up. Michael Jackson becoming somewhat confused about colour and appearance and beauty. Exploitation of minors, strict parents, SPs, and now his legend is on because he's entered the ranks of the idols, Bruce Lee, Marilyn Monroe, Elvis, JFK. Rest in peace.